Hey guys, this is Hamon, and welcome back to Bytesize Summer, the show where we review games that have a chilled out or a silly vibe. They don't have to be old, they have to be new, they just have to have a chilled out or silly vibe. And today we're going to be talking about Arcade Paradise. And this is an interesting game, because it is a literal simulation game where you're basically earning money through an arcade, and at the same time it's a bunch of mini games within it. And I don't mean like mini games, like, you know, timing stuff. You're literally actually able to play games within the game to pass time. The story is you are, I believe, Ashley, who has been tasked by her father to run a laundromat. As you're doing this, you discover that there's arcade machines in the back that have been earning more money than machines that their father has. So, along with just helping your sister, who is off who knows where, doing her thing, you are going to run the arcade rather than the laundromat for the most part. And it goes great. You start buying new machines, you expand on the arcade thing, you know, while running the laundry machines, your dad's none the wiser, and eventually you get to the point where you're practically at the peak. And with that, I'm just going to get right into it. In terms of graphics, it looks really good. It's a 3D environment that, while enclosed, it does a lot. You start off with the laundromat, and it looks like any laundromat. It's tiled, it has a bunch of laundry machines, you get the baskets and all that. You don't even use those baskets, you just pick up plastic baskets, put it in the laundry machine, take it out, put it in the dryer once they're done, and that's it. I say that right now because that's only part of the mechanics, but it's like that's the appearance of it all. Now, in terms of the arcade area, you start off with like the back room of the laundry machine, but then as you expand, you get the carpet, you get the walls, you get the neon signs, you get all the nice little things that make an arcade look like an arcade. The arcade machines look very well done, and the people around you that, as you're working all that, look very, with the time of this thing, I'm assuming it's like within like the 1980s to 90s, because it's like it has that kind of disco vibe, and most of the games are like games you typically would see in that era, nothing like more modern. Like with one or two exceptions, otherwise I would probably say it's probably around that, at least the 90s. Now, in terms of gameplay, there's going to be spoilers here because I'm going to get a little more into the story with this. So, as I mentioned earlier, you expand the arcade part, which means there's less laundry areas to do and more arcade machines to put in, which means you earn more money, and you put that money into a safe at the end of the day so that you can buy more arcade machines or whatever else you need. You also get these little goals you can do to earn euros, which when you use the euros, you can use them to unlock perks such as running faster or collecting gum less often or fixing machines less often, because the machines will break down every now and then because of bugs, and I mean it when I say that. Eventually, you get to a point where the father finds out, and this is the type of dad that thinks he knows what's best for his kid. Like, he thinks he knows everything and is wanting to push them to be how he wants them. Which kind of ticked me off, especially when it got to the point where between the final act and the liar reveal moment, you're packing boxes and you're just hearing memories of her father telling her things that were just like, oh, come on, this guy's a jerk. Like, seriously, I was surprised that nobody called him out on that at any point. Because it's like, seriously, why are you putting so much pressure on your daughters to be this way? And I will say this, I am very happy with how the character you're playing as basically took the blame for everything, left the sister out of it. Like, you know how it's like sometimes videos and all that, they be like, oh, but my sister helped out and all that. She was behind the whole thing. No, your character was just like, nope, that was all me. I did the permit thing. I got the games. I did everything. She has no part in this. But then, the crazy thing is, you go in there to finish the final pack up and all that. And the thing is, at one point you had invested into a guy's business, and they come back saying, hey, we came to deliver this new machine because the business boomed, and so he was planning to give you a return on the investment, and it happens to be enough money to buy the place. So essentially, you're golden. Your dad. After that, your dad has no more say in the whole thing. The only thing he can do is be a cheap jerk and make it that it's harder to change the name of the place. In any case, like I said, the gameplay is relatively simple. You run the place, you do jobs, you play games, and all that. The games themselves are very interesting as well. Like, you have Missile Command, you have Dance Dance Revolution, you have one of those racing games that are on a timer, you have Pac-Man, you have some sort of stacking game, you have Pong, you have air hockey, a digital air hockey at first, but you eventually are able to unlock an actual air hockey. But, you know, basically all these awesome games that you can play. And each one, you know, wastes time and all that. Like, you could be spending nearly the entire day playing one game, just enjoying it. And I love it. It's a great time waster. And with all that said, I want to say, if you want to check this game out, I highly recommend it. It is available for free on Xbox Game Pass, as long as you're a subscriber. Otherwise, it is available on the following consoles at the price that follows with them, and it includes DLC that will allow you to buy pinball machines. I didn't buy it because I haven't bought the game, so there's that. But all in all, I would definitely recommend getting the game. So with that said, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Bytesize. If you did, please leave a like, favorite, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and I will see you next time. Bye!